Have you ever wanted to start online coaching but felt completely overwhelmed on where to start, what to post, or how to actually sign clients? Well, after mentoring hundreds of fitness coaches, I can confidently tell you most coaches aren't struggling because they don't work hard. It's because they're working hard on the wrong things. So, in this video, I'm going to break down the 4 mistakes that are keeping online coaches broke and what you need to do instead to avoid these mistakes and actually build a full-time business. Mistake number 1 is relying on content alone to get clients. Most coaches think they have a visibility problem, when in reality, they have a conversion problem. They're posting every single day just trying to go viral. But there's no system in place to turn any of that engagement, likes, or comments into actual clients. They're just hoping someone magically reaches out and says, "How do I sign up?" But that's not how business works. You can't just hope for sales. You have to build a process that creates them. Inside of Full-Time Fit Coach, we use what's called the RPE method. It stands for response, productive conversation, and expressed goal or pain point. This is our proven framework for turning followers into clients one conversation at a time. Here's how it works. First, you respond authentically to people who engage with your content. Likes, comments, new followers. No copy and paste messages, but actual genuine conversation starters. Rather than saying something like, "Hey, thanks so much for the follow. Are you looking for coaching?" Say something more like this. "Hey, Steve, thanks so much for the follow. Have you been training for a while, or are you just getting back into it?" This keeps it casual, personal, and human, and it gives them an easy this or that, yes or no answer to respond to jump into the conversation. Next, you want to take the small talk and turn it into a productive dialogue by asking the right strategic questions to start uncovering their goals, their pain points, and their motivation. Because once the conversation starts, I see most coaches get stuck in the small talk cycle. They'll chat about training, supplements, life, but they'll never move towards a more meaningful goal. The key here is for you to actually start leading the conversation and use strategic questions to uncover those goals or pain points. Think of something like this. Do you feel like you're making the progress that you want, or has it been kind of up and down lately? This will help you gather real context for where this person actually is and whether or not you are able to help them. Finally, once they express what they want to achieve, you bridge them naturally into a call where you can show them your solution. A great example of a natural bridge would be something like this. "Got it. It sounds like you're doing a lot of the right things, but you're still not seeing the results you want. I actually help people who get stuck at this exact point. Would it be cool if I showed you how I would overcome this?" And watch, when you follow this system, every new follower, comment, and like, it becomes an opportunity instead of a dead end. Mistake number 2 is building the wrong offer. You see, most coaches, they think they need more leads, when in fact, you just need a better offer. Because you can go on DMing 100 people a day, paying money for ads, and posting content until your thumbs fall off. But the reality is, if your offer doesn't make people actually feel something, none of that is going to matter. Most offers that I see, they sound something like this. You're going to get a custom workout plan, macros, accountability, and check-ins. That is not a transformation. That is a to-do list. And when your to-do list sounds like everybody else's to-do list, you start competing on one thing and one thing only. And that is price. And this is exactly why most coaches find themselves stuck around $2,000 to $3,000 per month, even though they're really darn good at what they do. The fix is to build what I call the SIN offer framework: superior, irresistible, and new. When it's superior, it gets your clients faster, easier, or more meaningful results than your competitors. When it's irresistible, the value you're showcasing is such a no-brainer that people would almost feel dumb to say no to this if it is in fact the solution to their problem. And then it has to be perceived as new. This is giving identity to your brand or a name to your method, because nobody buys the same old thing, especially in fitness. The same old thing means the same old results, and they don't want that. But when you have something that makes this new and different, that new and different sparks hope. Hope for a new and different outcome. And when you combine all 3 of those elements together, you stop chasing clients and you actually start attracting them towards you. This powerful offer framework is the exact thing that allowed Jared to close $5,700 in cash collected in the first 7 weeks in our program. Now, I've created an entire video going super deep into all this. And so if you want to watch that, I'll link it in the description. You can check it out after this one. Now, moving on to mistake number 3, and that is selling without a framework. And this is where most coaches sabotage themselves. Some of them will just literally send a payment link and hope that the prospect will pay, which never happens. At least some know they need to hop on a sales call, but they'll jump on Zoom and just ramble about training and nutrition and their program and all the features that it has, and then just hope that the prospect says yes. That's not sales. that's luck. The problem is they don't have a structured process that consistently leads to conversions. They talk instead of listening, and they coach instead of closing. And when that first objection pops up, they freeze. That is why inside of Full-Time Fit Coach, we use the full-time closer framework. It's a repeatable call structure, and it sells through leadership, not through pressure. So steal this for your next sales call and watch how much smoother it goes. First is pre-call prep. Take 5 minutes to go through your messages and go in knowing the exact pain points, goals, and past failures this client has told you about. Number 2 is to jump into the discovery phase. I want you spending 80% of your time asking questions about their pain, their goals, and their motivations. In step 3, we're going to bridge from the discovery phase to the pitching phase. And we're going to do this by asking permission to share our solution with them. In the pitch, you're simply going to deliver your SIN offer along with proof. And then once the objections start coming, you are going to lead them as a coach through the fear instead of trying to argue against it. This exact framework is responsible for over $10 million in online fitness sales for our coaches in just the past 2 years. And I promise it's going to work for you too. Once you master this, you're never going to feel salesy again because you've learned how to actually guide someone through a sale versus pressuring them. And finally, mistake number 4, you're still thinking like a trainer and not like a business owner. A lot of the coaches I talk to are phenomenal at training, at nutrition, at coaching, but they suck as entrepreneurs. They still operate like an in-person trainer or a corporate 9-to-5 worker getting paid by the clock. They're doing every check-in manually. They're organizing all their clients inside of Google Sheets. They're replying to every single DM themselves, and they're glued to their phone posting content 14 hours a day. That is not a business. That is now a new job that you have trapped yourself in. If you want to make real money online, you need to build real systems that free up your time and scale your income. That means that once this foundation of your business is set, you should be focusing on hiring setters to get you out of your DMs every day, hiring closers to get you off of sales calls, and hiring assistant coaches so you can spend more time as the CEO in your business growing it and less time running around in the chaos. When you make those shifts, you move from being a busy coach with a job to being a CEO with leverage. Fix these 4 areas and your business becomes predictable. Your content starts creating conversations. Your conversations flow effortlessly into calls, and those calls close seamlessly into high-ticket online fitness coaching clients for your business. And if you want help implementing these exact systems to scale your online coaching business to $10,000 to $30,000 per month, just click the first link down below in the description and book in a free strategy call with our team, and we'll talk with you and see if we might be able to help you hit your goals.